Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spills with Cash, where we talk about anything because we feel like it. Oh my gosh, so I know I said that after last video I was going to be back to posting regularly, but I did kind of forget to tell you guys about my upcoming plans, which I already had scheduled. So I didn't just disappear again. I genuinely had stuff to do. And I was out of town. I actually went to San Antonio, Texas for singing competitions and with my school and everything. So I had to do that. And I was gone this past week for about 4 days. And the week before this past week that I was gone, I didn't upload that week because I had spent the whole week literally working because I was going to be at work the next week and so many other things that I just had to get in order before I went on this trip. So, yeah, it's been a busy time in my life, guys. But now that we're in February, this is also my first video of February. Now that we're now that we're in February, consider this like a refresh. Consider January the trial month of this year. Consider February the real start. Okay, before we even get into the video, I also want to mention I am sick. I literally got sick the day after I came back from my trip, which is just so great. So if I sound weird or I'm not as energetic in this video, it's genuinely because I feel like shit. So, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys because I didn't want to keep you guys waiting and go another week without posting. So if I don't sound as cheerful as I usually do, let's say, it's because I'm sick right now, guys. I set my mug down. I never sit my mug down during the start of the video. I don't know why I did that. And I sat it on my bed. Interesting. As you guys hopefully read by today's video title, we're going to be talking about friendship breakups. And I have a lot of personal experience in friendship breakups because, okay, my friends and people I know say that I'm once you do something, I'll cut your ass off so easily, in which I will admit I can, and I can be like that sometimes, and it is very easy for me to cut people off, but that doesn't mean that I don't grieve people after they're cut off and have to process all of that. I'd rather remove the energy and process it after than sit with this unwanted energy bringing negativity into my life, and I'm allowing it until I feel ready to cut them off and I've already processed that they're about to no longer be in my life. I'd rather just get it done and over with and then process it. But that's just how I work. Everyone's different. In case you don't know what a friendship breakup is, it's basically dropping someone, cutting someone off. You're not friends with them anymore. That's pretty much what a friendship breakup is. And I'm pretty sure we've all experienced at least one at some point in our lives. And they fucking suck, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Friendship breakups are fucking terrible. And I'm gonna be, in this episode, I'm really gonna be diving a little bit into my personal life as well, because I've recently went through a friendship breakup and it has affected me. Me and this person stopped being friends probably, I want to say October, because of a situation that occurred that I'm not going to share on here. But yeah, we stopped being friends, or more so, I stopped being friends with them. It was really just an eye-opening situation for me because I've cut people off before, but never someone who was as close to me as this person was. And it sucked. It was really fucking hard to do. And afterwards, I grieved it. And it was definitely an experience. I don't think I've ever felt like that about a friend ever in my life. So it was definitely a new experience and a new feeling. And I will get more into that later. I want to talk about how friendship breakups can feel. Other than the fact that they fucking suck, it really depends on which side you're coming from. Because from the perspective of the person who might be cutting someone off, It can feel relieving sometimes. Like, it definitely can feel like a weight off your back, especially if it was a toxic friend in any way, shape, or form. Like, it can definitely feel relieving. It can get rid of some stress. It can make you feel better. Like, it can do all of those things, but in that same breath, you can be on the side of the person who cut them off and feel like shit after you cut them off, or you can feel really bad. You can be upset about it. You can be sad. Like, there's so many different ways that you can feel, and it all depends on the reasoning and the situation that caused you to cut someone off. And in some ways, I sometimes think that friendship breakups are definitely a little bit harder than romantic breakups in some ways. I'm not going to say in every way, but in some ways I feel like they can be. To me, it can be because, like, when I'm in a relationship, it is very different from the relationships I have with friends. And obviously it's going to be. So don't think that I just sound fucking dumb saying this. But what I mean by that is, like, obviously I care about both very deeply. And romantic breakups to me can feel like they're heartbreaking, and it can hurt, but it's something that I know I'm gonna heal from. Friendship breakups, they're a bit different to me because, like, my friends, I don't want to say they're closer to me, but they kind of are closer to me than my partner, because most of my friends at this point in my life, at least, I've had since I was like in middle school, and so they've seen literally me transform throughout the years. And depending on when you meet a partner, they can do that too. They can see you transform and change throughout the years, but I feel like most of the time you have an image of your partner that relates to how you knew them first. When my friends, they have an image of me, but it changes as I do. I feel like my friends are a lot closer to me in that regard, that they've seen me at some of my worst points. They've seen me out of relationships, in relationships. Like, my friends have seen me through all of these phases, while most of my partners have only seen me in these phases that I've had with them. So it can be harder for me to break up with a friend than breaking up with a boy. Personally, dealing with friendship breakups is so hard, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It is definitely one of the harder things that I personally deal with, because I don't know, I love my friends. So, like, when I have to drop one, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? And especially when I have to drop them because they're not treating me right. Because I will admit, I have a really hard time, like, admitting that, like, okay, you're being a shitty friend, and this is a disservice to me to continue to be friends with you. Because it takes a really long time for me to admit that, and I love to give people chances. Like, not literally love to, but, like, it's something I can't help. It sucks to get to the breaking point that, like, okay, I have to drop you. There's nothing else I can do. Because it's like, me being the person I am, I give people chances all the time. So I gave you chances and you still just couldn't be a good friend. And I'm a communicator. So, like, if you do something, I'm going to talk about it. Like, we are going to sit down and have a conversation. I'm going to tell you what the fuck you did, and we're going to talk about it. So if I tell you what you did and I actually sit here and communicate with you and you still continue to do bullshit, like, at that point, I'm just like, okay, like, you have it coming at this point, because I've communicated with you. I've told you how I feel. What else can I do? I told you what you were doing and why it was wrong. What else is there for me to do? Like, at this point, it's out of my hands. Processing a friendship breakup is something I'm still learning how to do, because I'm still trying to process this friendship breakup I'm going through. And it happened in October. Like, we haven't been friends since October, and it's still something I'm processing, because, like, I don't want to say there's no bad blood, because obviously, like, just based on how things went, there's, like, a little tension there, but it's still a lot of love there. But it's just like, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. But, like, processing friendship breakups is so hard to do, I will admit, because it's like, some days I'm like, I'm great. Like life is normal. But then there's some days like where I'm reminded of things that I would do with this friend specifically, and I think like, oh damn, I haven't done that in a while, and then I realize it's because I'm not friends with them. Like, I haven't done this in a while because it's something that we would do, and then it also sucks when I'm reminded of like pictures that I have of them still in my phone or pictures of us, like my photo wall up here, this Polaroid wall. There's so many pictures of people that I'm not even friends with anymore because my life has changed so much since some of these pictures were taken. And I'm just like, I don't have the energy to take them down. I'll replace them eventually, but like for now, I just have to fucking live with these pictures on my wall of people who I don't even talk to anymore. And not saying that's everyone on this wall. A lot of these pictures are people I still talk to and love dearly, but like some of them are people who I don't talk to anymore, which is like, it's kind of crazy how much stuff can change in a year, guys. The processing experience of a friendship breakup is subjective to everyone. Everyone's going to process them differently. I just personally take a lot of time to really move on from that chapter of my life with that friend. I feel like that's what gets me personally, is like the reminders of how it was when I had this person in my life, when it was good, at least. You gotta just keep pushing through some of those things because they're not all, it's like sometimes it's for the best. It's for the best of your mental health and your life. Even though it's not like something you want to do, it's something you might have to do. To dive a little bit into my life, I think I'm gonna spill a little bit of the beans about this friend who I'm talking about. Not about them, but like about what happened. We stopped being friends over a situation that occurred back in October. I kind of just reached a breaking point because I felt like I was being disrespected and that my feelings were being invalidated throughout the whole situation. And I had communicated this to them. I told them I wanted a break, and they still continued to not respect the boundaries I was trying to set. I don't know. I just don't think they were picking up what I was putting down. I was trying to have so much grace because of how much of a close friend this person was to me, until I was like, I took a step back and I was like, if this was any of my other friends, I wouldn't give them this much grace. So why should I act differently just because it's you? I will say I don't always agree with that opinion, but I feel like most of the time I do agree with that opinion. Like, just because it's you doesn't mean I should give myself any less respect, no matter the placement you hold in my life. Because if I allow you to do this, then what does that say for like other people who act the same way and I don't let that shit slide? I just feel like it's kind of backwards, and I don't like when it happens to me. So why would I do it to other people? You know? Honestly, after like I cut them off through a text, like a very, very long text message. Honestly, when it happened at first, I will say I felt a little bit relieved that I was finally removing myself from this situation and some of this person's actions. After a little while, I was sad about it for a very long time because this person was very dear to me and it was a very close friend, and it was very upsetting. But I had to do what was best for me at the end of the day, and I feel like we all have to at some point. Like, you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other people. Because if you're not taking care of you, then who will? Okay, guys, I know you can't see me, but we're going to take a brief intermission because my life is trying to take me out. This sickness is killing me, guys. Like, I don't even think y'all understand. Like, I genuinely fucking hate being sick. I don't know if you guys can see me right now because of where my camera is, but like, if you can, I hope not. Actually, I don't want you guys to see this part of my room, so I hope not. But like, bro, this sickness is genuinely fucking killing me, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, I can't. I hate being sick. Do you guys hate being sick as much as I do? Because like, I genuinely can't stand it. And I've met people who are like, I don't really care much about being sick because I get to stay home. Like, yes, like I get to stay home from school some days, which is, I guess, somewhat of a plus. But also, like, I'm fucking sick. Like, I'm not just staying home and playing the fucking game. I'm bedridden. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're glad to be sick. Don't piss me off. I don't know. I hate being sick, guys. Stay safe out here. It's cold. I have returned. I think I said everything that I wanted to say about this topic specifically, honestly. Obviously, I don't want to dig too much on my personal experience with like people because that's my business and also some of their business, and I just don't feel comfortable sharing that. I do want to give like my personal insight based on what I've experienced about these topics. So I hope that this doesn't feel like I'm being ingenuine, but I just don't want to share too much. Before I close this video out, I just wanted to give some minor updates about my life. Do you guys like the fit? Honestly. Um, because I hope you do. I posted on Instagram today. You guys should go over there and follow me and like the post. It was my senior pictures because today was like senior picture day. And I took some pictures. Well, they're not my official senior pictures, but they're like pictures I took in my cap account. So you guys should run over there and like them and give me a follow, because that's where I post about when new videos are posted if you don't have my notifications turned on. But also, we got a new child. Ooh, I hope my computer doesn't fall. We got a new child. I got this when I was in Texas, clearly. It's not a block of cheese. It's Texas. Because people kept saying that when I was on this trip. My classmates kept saying, is that a block? I thought that was like a block of cheese. No, it's fucking Texas. Thank you. But yes, this is Texas. We did not name him Texas. His name is actually Texas Hold'em. This ain't Texas. Ain't no hole. I'm done. I'm sorry. But this is Texas Hold'em. Yes, he's so cute. He's gonna be joining our videos. You guys have still yet to give a name to this one, which I'm pissed about. Y'all are gonna get it. Yeah. I'm gonna take the sneeze that just came out of me as a sign that it's time to close this video out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to get some of these topics that I have coming up out. And oh, but guys, my 18th birthday. What the fuck am I saying? What the fuck was that? My 18th birthday is coming up. I'm a Pisces. My birthday is March 6th. Shout out Pisces. I love being a Pisces so much. I'm not even gonna lie. It fits so much. Yes, my 18th birthday is coming up, and I have a really nice video that I think I want to do for my 18th birthday. I'm not gonna let you guys know what it is because I have like one of two ideas of what I want to do for that video. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please give it a like and subscribe and all that other stuff I'm supposed to say. I'll see you all again next week to talk about anything else.